Hey, welcome back to the channel. I am so sorry for the lack of videos for the past 6 months, or a little bit over that I think now. A lot has been going on. I renovated an apartment, I started studying again, but this video will not be a gaming video or a cooking video. This will actually be something that I mentioned with one of the texts in my video, the I'm back. That didn't go that well, did it? This will be about my new car that I just purchased. I've talked about all of this and a little bit more over on my Twitch channel, which you will find at this address. So please consider checking me out there, because I've talked about pretty much everything I've done over the past half a year over at my Twitch channel. So please consider going there and joining me for my pretty much daily streams, which I do. But this video will be about my new car, which I picked up less than a week ago, and I will try to document everything about it. The reason I'm getting a new car is, sadly, my old car had a very bad fuel economy. It was like 10 kilometers per liter of petrol or fuel, which is pretty bad. And since I'm studying, I don't have that much money, sadly, so I had to spend the last bit of money I had on a car with better fuel economy that was just cheaper all around to keep. I loved my old car, which you can see here, Volvo S70 from 1997, but it has 381,000 kilometers on it, which is a lot. This engine served me and the 8 other owners pretty well. I've done some jank repairs on it with duct tape, as you can see, and I fitted some upgrades on it, and I've had some extra passengers. Here is my Toyota Aygo, which has more than double the efficiency in fuel and only 65,000 kilometers on it, and it hasn't gotten a service since 2014, so I will start by doing that. So sadly, this might not be that fun of a video, more of an instructional video for those who want to service their Aygos or Aygos. More videos will be coming up, more about this car and more gaming videos. Just stay tuned. Without further ado, please enjoy this video. So what you want to do is take these clips, pull them down in each direction, and it's 4 of them, so one in here, one there, and one there. After that, we will need to take this part off, as well as this clip. Alright, so here is the old filter, looking real nasty. You can even see the old color there. And here is the new one. As you can see, here is an indentation, as well as here. That corresponds with this notch here, as well as this notch here. So, just align those notches here, like so, with that side, and just push down. It's a friction fit. There we go, I just press down, and there you go, that's the air filter swapped out. Always make sure to clean out these. If you have any debris in here, just clean it out. Actually, it looks like we have a lot down there, so I'm gonna go get the compressed air. So I just have a canned air here. Just gonna make sure there's nothing. This won't work. This doesn't work. Hold up. Oh, in the garage. Jesus Christ, man. So I need to move everything around it. Alright. Move out of the way. Why do I have so much crap in here? Holy crap. Yeah, now I think I can get it out. So we need to swap. Okay. Who swapped this out? I want this one. So let's swap this one out. There we go. Oh, there's no air in it. Nice! Alright, so now let's connect. I mean, this is easier now since there's nothing in it, so there we go. Nice. So, I'm gonna let this go for a while, so warning. Let's see if I can film this. Actually, we can't see shit. I'm gonna go grab a light. Okay, let's see. Yes, this. Perfect. Alright, so in the car we have now upgraded the camera with the light. So let's turn that on. Oh, there we go. And now we can probably see in here. Yes, there it is. You can see that hole right there. You can see. Alright, so here is the old air filter, or cabin air filter, the one that filters the air that comes through the vents inside the car. And here is the new one. And you can see how filthy this is. Like, back into the scrap pile with you. So let's fit this new one. Alright, so same procedure. I don't think there's any right or wrong in this one, so since they're pretty much symmetrical, so this is a little bit flexible. You can see that it flexes. So you can flex it around the corner, which is nice. Probably gonna show this better now that I actually can see something. So let's line that up on both sides. Okay, so the air compressor is done now. Oh, damn it. Could you please not fall? That would be great, thank you. Okay. On our way. Alright, so with the air compressor now, we can actually do this. How is there a rock in here? Get out of here. Now it's much cleaner here and down there. So now we don't have to worry about the next step. Since this is a tiny little fella, it only has 3 little cylinders. Yes. And it's very dirty, I just saw. Okay, so here we have 1, 2, 3 cylinders with 1, 2, 3 bolts. These ones that we need to remove, they are 10 millimeters. Okay, so let's crack these loose. 1, there we go, and 3. It was a while since this got a service, I think. This poor car. You can most often undo them by hand the rest of the way. So 1, it actually looks quite clean, which is nice. And this double has a nice screw bin. Everything in here actually looks quite nice. I just purchased the car, so I don't know that much about it yet. The second one, and 3. Nice. And now you should be able to just pull this off. And these are the coils that give the spark plug a spark. So be careful with these. Don't pull too hard so that you actually pull off this wire, or like break this wire. Way down there is a spark plug. And just to be safe that there is no grime or dirt down there that can fall into the cylinder, I'm going to blow some air in it. Alright, so we need to go grab a spark plug socket. God dang, there's a lot of crap in here. I think it should be here, right? No? Here? Yeah. Now we have the spark plug socket. It is 16 millimeters, which is needed. And this is a magnetic socket, so it has a magnet in there. And now, with the entire crankshaft here, as well as the spark plug socket on it, we can reach all the way down. So, and when you loosen it, you can remove that and just do it by hand. There we go. And now you will see why we want the magnetic socket. When you put it up, the spark plug actually comes with it, which is nice. And this doesn't look half bad, actually. Focused, thank you. Look, that doesn't actually look half bad, but yeah, it's in need of a change. It has some wear on the tip there. So let's compare them to the new ones. Yes, I went for genuine Toyota parts. So you can see a huge difference here, and be careful with these because these are actually ceramic, so if you drop them they will break. Hello Lilo. Hello. Don't eat those. Alright, so with the new spark plug in the socket, without using the ratchet, drop it down. Just screw it in by hand until it's tight. Okay, so now it's starting to tighten up, and I can barely move it now with my hand. Tightening. Okay, there it tightened up. I can't move it easily now. And then it's a quarter turn, so there we go. And when you've done that, so tighten it finger tight first, and then do a quarter turn, so 1/4 of a turn, and then it should be tightened up. Okay, so back in with the, we can also check that there's no gunk in there. It looks alright, it looks alright. There we go. And then we'll put the bolt back in. So again, just do finger tight first. You can see I'm using the small ratchet for this one. it doesn't need to be that tight, so okay, that's back in. And then just do the same for these two. I just pulled up the last one, and there was some, you can see here, some gunk between the lip here, which it shouldn't be, and down there. So that's why we blow with the compressed air down there, so that if there is something down there, it doesn't fall down into the cylinder and destroy the engine on the inside. So beware of that. And when all of those are done, you just place this back so that it lines up with that and lines up with this. There we go. And let's see if we can line this up so that actually pushes in there. Oh, come on. Gotta give it the old pusheroo. There we go. Let's tighten this up. And you just press on the middle part here, and you just there we go. And in here, there we go. So now that air filter is secured. And down here, and just press these two together and just bring it down again. Should go down to the line that where it was before. There we go. Now this is in, and this is not quite in. And now for that one, let's come on. Let's just pull that up. Okay, now that's in. Good. Okay, so before doing an oil change, you want to make sure that you have the right amount of oil, and it requires 3.1 liters, so I have 4 liters here. The right specification of oil, so in this case for my car, the Toyota Aygo from 2005 to 2014, on my engine model it's 5W30, and you really don't have to purchase Toyota's engine oil. You really don't. I just did this because it's new and it hasn't been logged a official service since 2013 on it, and it's now 2021, so that's an oil filter for it. And you need a new, this is very important, a new washer or crush washer for the oil plug. That's also very important to have. So if you have these things, you can change the oil. And some other things that might help when you change the oil is in there. Damn it. Some other things that might be useful is an oil catch pan, instead of having to just use a bucket. It's really easy to use this. You just pop this open like so, and then the oil drains into this like funnel and just straight into this, and then you put this back in here and you bring this to your local city recycling center. And the last thing is just any old paper towel. In this case I have a towel to catch some spill oil or just clean up afterwards. So let's get to it. So here is the front of the car. Just going to roll in under here, so that's towards the back of the car. And here is the front of the car, that way. And here on the right hand side is the oil pan, and right there is the oil plug. So I'm just gonna figure out what size socket that is. Alright, so guys, it is a 14 millimeters. Depending, you might need to use a breaker bar for this, since it might be a little bit tough to break loose. So let's see if I can break it loose. Yeah, okay, I did it with one hand, so it wasn't that bad. Oh wait, let me lower the brightness a bit for you. There we go. Okay, now it's starting to come loose. You can even see some oil there already. So get your catch can ready. And remember, since it's the car is not level at the moment, so the oil will start pouring that way. So make sure to position it so that the oil actually is catched by the pan. Alright? Okay, now I can feel it. It's loose. There we go. And now when it's starting to slow down a bit, make sure that the oil actually is still catching in it. So I can see that I need to pull this back a bit right now, like so. Okay, so now we have the new crush washer. I've just removed the old one and cleaned the bolt a bit. Let's put this on here, and it fits like a glove. Perfect. And this will ensure that no oil seeps out when we tighten it up again, which is nice. Okay, so let's put this back. It is almost not dribbling anymore, it's just a few small droplets. So let's place this back. Okay, so now it's back in place. Okay, so before we do anything else, let's try to just clean up the last dribble that was around the oil plug, and then tighten it up. You don't want to over tighten it, but you don't want to tighten it too little either. Now that we've tightened it, we need to remove this, the oil filter, and this is usually stuck on there pretty good, so we need the removal tool for this. Okay, I'm back, guys. It took so long, and I got oil on me. It took so long to get that oil filter off. It's in there now. That it actually almost got dark outside already. But now we're going to prep our new oil filter. Here's the oil filter, and there's no oil in there. And there's they've actually pre-lubricated this seam here, that's quality right there. You usually have to lubricate this rubber gasket with the oil, but Toyota's already done that, which is really nice to see. And now we grab one of the engine oil bottles. So let's try to pour this very, very carefully here. There we go. So this is where the oil filter is located usually, and I need to clean that up. Okay, so now I've cleaned it. As you can see, it looks way better. There's a hole there where the oil circulates through, right? So now we're going to apply our new filter. Now it's important to remember, we cannot tip this. We need to keep this new filter in the upright position because, as I said, we pre-filled it, so we don't want to spill any of the new precious oil. There we go, and that should go on very, very easily. And this should not be as tight as it was before. This should only be as tight as you can tighten it by hand. You should not tighten it any harder. Right now I'm a little bit oily, so I might have to clean my hands first, but it should only be tightened as hard as you possibly can with your hand. Okay guys, even after using both my hands, it only went on a 1/8 of a turn more, so it should be done now. And now we need to refill, I mean. Perfect, beautiful. You don't want to see white froth under here, that's bad. But if we check in there, it looks quite tidy, I'd say. Nothing that screams broken engine. So let's grab our first bottle. And now hopefully we can do this without spilling inside the entire engine bay. That's one. And it's dripping down a bit. Yes, you can see right there, but it's not that bad. That's one, and this engine takes 3.1 liters, so now I'm just gonna pour in 2 more of these and I'll get back to you. This is the 4th bottle, so only a little bit. We only need 1/10 of this. Now it's exactly at 900, perfect. Now we gotta put this back on, the oil cap. And now with the car leveled again down from the ramps, we can see how much oil we have in it. All the way in is important.